Rise and shine, all I and I's. How are all the eyes doing out here on this beautiful, lovely day? This is ElSea Jahzen in Egypt Dawn, back with another therapeutic video. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe, and let me know how you're striving to a therapeutic life. Guys, we're back with another Vital food video, and today we're going to be making some plant-based enchiladas. Alright, so for our plant-based enchiladas, I already got the ingredients set out. We're going to be using some purple cabbage, tomatoes, onions, garlic. We're going to be using our leftover plant-based chili. So this is just about 3 or 4 different beans with walnuts in there. So that's like some leftovers. Then we're going to be adding some bell peppers, onions, some tri-bell peppers. So green bell pepper, yellow bell pepper, and red bell pepper and onions. For our cheese, it's going to be cashews and hemp seeds. So I just had that boiling to soften it a little bit. Then we're going to put that in a blender and put our cheese on top of it. And then we're cooking our enchiladas from scratch, our breading from scratch. So this is chickpea flour mixed with a little bit of spelt flour and rye flour. So I already have put it in there. If y'all haven't already checked out my plant-based chili video, we had made our cornbread from scratch using chickpea flour. So we made our chickpea flour from scratch, and so this is that. I'm using some of that chickpea flour, and then I also added some spelt flour and a little bit of rye flour in here. So that's what we're going to be doing our breading with. Then we're going to make it like mini enchiladas. So we're going to just do it like probably like 4 today. We're not going to do too many. So yeah, so let's go ahead and let's go ahead and chop all of our veggies down. Add our plant-based chili mixture. And then saute it just a little bit because it's going to be cooking in the oven. Alright, y'all, so I am making the dough for the enchilada. Like I said, I put chickpea flour in there, spelt flour. And so we're just going to get it into a dough. I actually put a little bit too much water in there. So if you do not have a lot of flour, don't put a lot of water in there. Just gradually put water in there. I have a whole thing of spelt flour and a whole thing of chickpea flour. And I haven't put any seasonings in there yet. So if I use a little bit too much, then I can save it for the next meal. Or I can put it in the freezer. So we're going to be doing mini enchiladas because it's going to be this thick. So we're just going to do like 1, 2, 3, 4 enchiladas in there. So you want to get it into like a dough. See this dough right there? That's what we want to work with. That's what we're working with. Working everything into each other so we can roll it out. So this is we're doing the dough first, and then we're going to move on to the filling. Then we're going to do the cheese last. So we're going to make it, let me see. Yeah. we're just going to saute all of this. I'm going to be adding the bean mixture to this as well, just so it can combine all together. Let's just make sure everything is chopped up good. This is from our plant-based chili. This is like 3-4 different. If y'all haven't seen that video, go check that video out where we made this plant-based chili. But basically it's just walnuts, 3-4 different types of beans with mushrooms in it. So, and then it has peppers in it, zucchini, squash, because we're just really using up all of our leftovers. We're using up all of our leftovers. So this is a meal that you can make out of your leftovers. So if you have leftover beans, leftover mushrooms and stuff like that, you can make this plant-based enchilada. Plant-based enchilada, y'all. So we're adding our mixture in there. We're gonna just saute it up so the cabbage can get a little bit cooked a little bit down. Plant-based peppers, onions, garlic, tomato can get cooked down a little bit. This is full of protein. This is like 4 different types of beans. This is full of iron with the red cabbage and the peppers, full of vitamin C. All of the things, all of the minerals, all of the vitamins that you need. This is full of it. Alright, so we're going to be letting that saute on the stove. While that's sauteing, let's work on our dough, on our breading. So we're just going to make it like a tortilla. We're going to roll it flat like a tortilla. And then right when our mixture is done sauteing, we're just going to add the mixture in there, and then we're going to roll it up. Put our plant-based cheese on there. And then we're going to be putting some tomato sauce on the top of it. So we're just going to be blending up some tomatoes, some more tomatoes to make the tomato sauce. We're just going to be using some tomato paste. Alright, so we're going to put some more flour down. Oh, that's a little bit too much flour. Wow. That's a little bit too much flour. Wow. No, for real though. Hold on. Let me scoop that right back in this container, y'all. That's a little bit too much flour. We don't want to waste all that. Alright. That's a little bit. That's enough. So this is enough. Yeah. Let's get our roller. An actual roller. And let's start rolling. And like I said, these are mini. If you want to make them big, you can. I'm just doing it in the size pan that I have right now. Well, I have bigger size pans. I just really want to just make it this size. So, as you can see, you roll it out as thin as possible. As thin as you can. So the breading can cook all the way through, because I learned my lesson the last time when I made something and it was way too thick, and I'm like, yeah, I should have thinned it out. Alright, so this is as thin as we want. So now what we're gonna do, we're going to cut off all the excess. Cut off all the excess. Cut off all the excess. And cut off all the excess right there. And see, just like that. A perfect layer. Just like that, the perfect layer. So that's one. Which we're going to put it on this one. We're going to put that layer right there on that. Now let's move on to the next one. Put the excess right where your other, because we're going to be using, if you cook too much of something, save it, freeze it, and make another meal out of it. That's what we do. If we make a little bit too much of something, all we do is we save it and we make another meal out of it. We are resourceful. We are resourceful in everything that we do. On our next one, just put a little bit of flour on there so it don't stick. And we're rolling it thin. Rolling it out thin. Rolling it out thin. We can make our own bread, tortillas, chips, whatever it calls for. We can make it ourselves, okay? Though it's sometimes that we don't make things that are ourselves, but when you know you have the time, go ahead and make you it on your own. Alright, I think that's a good little size. Yeah, that's a good little sheet. So so that it won't stick, let's put a little flour on there. Hey, Angel. What? What do you mean, is that mine? So, look at our mixture. It's smelling good already. Wow. With the added onions and bell peppers and garlic to it, it's really smelling good. Alright, so this is our next one. This ain't really, we might have to add some more to this one. Yeah, let's add some more to this one. So again, you can make flour out of any bean. You can make flour out of any oat, any grain. So you can make flour out of any grain. You can make flour out of any bean. So we can make our own flour. I made my own chickpea flour. Go check out that plant-based chili if you haven't already, where we made our own chickpea flour. Check out my red beans and wild rice video. Well, no, not that video. But yeah, check out check out my plant-based samosa video. We made our own wild rice flour. Alright, so we're back to rolling it. There we go. That's working in my favor. I had to do this about 2 times. I'm like, come on now, work in my favor. Alright, we're getting it to the size that we wanted. Alright. So, like I said, cut off all of the excess so it can be even. That's probably a little bit too, yeah. That's probably a little bit too wide. Yeah, there we go. That was a little bit too wide. This is actually the size that I wanted because I'm only doing 4 in the size pan that I want it in. So that's 1, 2, 3, and this is our last one. Keep your access. Because I didn't put no seasoning on this. So you can make cookies out of this. You can make even noodles out of these. All types of stuff you can do with this excess dough. With this excess dough, you can put do anything extra. So don't put your seasonings in your dough until the last minute, because if you have extra like me, you can go ahead and mix anything you want to it. Let me stir this. Yeah. This is gonna be our filling. Y'all see the beauty of it? Wow. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So this is our last one. That's a little bit of chickpea right there. That ain't grounded up all the way. This one too. So let me cut that. It's sticking. And put a little bit more flour on there because it's sticking. Yeah, you put extra flour at the bottom so it won't stick to your roller or to your table, whatever you got going on. Alright. Yeah, I'm making enchiladas, veggie enchiladas. I know. We gotta wait till it's finished. Yeah, this is okay. So this is done cooking. Let me put this back on the stove, the cheese part. But yeah, that we're done sauteing it because it's gonna finish cooking in the oven. So yeah, this is a little bit too much. So yeah, this is the saute of it. Hopefully that didn't, yeah, that is it. So it's gonna cook while, and for the rest of that. Alright, so I think that's, so let's put them all out now. So y'all can see how they look all side by side. So this is like the perfect size right here. And if it breaks, just mend it together. See how I'm mending it? I don't know if y'all can see, but I'm mending it together. Yeah, I'm mending that part together. But this is like the perfect size. Like, so I'm just going to use this as an example and just cut off the excess of all of the other ones. Yeah, so it can all be even. So this one is a little bit too short. See, that's a little bit too short. It just needs that. So what I'm gonna do is cut off that, and then I'm gonna just piece it together at the end of this one. So I'm gonna just piece it together like this. Cut off that extra and just piece that together like that. See? That's how we're gonna do that one. So that's that. Okay, and now this one. See that little extra right there? We're gonna cut that off, and we're gonna put just a little bit on that end, just like this. So all of it can be even. because we're going to be putting the filling in there. So these can also be spring rolls. You can fry these and stuff like that, or put it in the air fryer, make them hard and stuff, but we're gonna be putting this in the oven. Alright, so this is what we have right here. So let's go ahead and add our filling in, and then what we're gonna do is go ahead and oil our pan. We're gonna just put some olive oil on there, but you can use avocado oil, grapeseed oil. Alright, so use the oil that you got. Right now we only have olive oil. So we're just gonna oil our pan, just like this. So we're gonna take it. Okay, y'all can see that. Alright, and we're going to take our spoon with our filling in there, and we're just going to place it in there. We're going to place our filling in there. Make sure we got everything: peppers, tomatoes, onions, cabbage, beans. Make sure we got all of it, all of the things inside of it, just like that. So then what we're going to do is we're going to fold it like this, tuck it. See how I tucked it? And then we're going to roll it, just like that. So tuck and roll, just like that. So you can see it like that, just like that. See? And it's the perfect size. It's the perfect size to go into this pan. Alright, so let's go move on to our next one. I'm gonna put that right in the middle of there. Right in the middle. I'm tasting it a little bit, because it really already has seasoning in it. From me seasoning the plant-based chili that we made. So see, just like that. Alright, let's do our next one, and then after we do that, we're going to work on our cheese, so we can put our cheese on the top of it. Then we're going to put I need to do it in the middle, since I did that side. Let's just do that like that. Tuck it and then roll it. Okay, just like that. And then for our last one, alright, this is our last one. Our veggie enchiladas. Alright, y'all. They look like it need to be having a little bit more on there. Alright, there. A little bit more on this side too. Alright, and now we're rolling it. And we're rolling it again. Alright, so that's that. Yeah, so I knew exactly how much, even from eyeballing it, I knew exactly how much and the size of it. So it didn't overlap or anything. So this is that. Now we're going to put this to the side, and we're going to be working on our cheese. So let's work on our plant-based cheese, or to add to it. Alright, we're going to put all of our extra. I'm tasting the filling. Yeah, that's good. Alright, let's go move all this to the sink. And then we're going to move forward to blend up our sauce. So we're going to use our food processor. We're just going to pour everything in. So it's already got salt in it. So let's add some paprika, garlic, turmeric, onion powder, and what's that little bit of nutritional yeast, but and Italian seasoning. All right, so got garlic powder, onion. We got turmeric. We're not adding no salt in it. It has salt in it already. And paprika. That's what I'm missing. Alright, now let's blend it up. Also, I forgot we're going to add some lime to it. So let's go get some lime. And let's save those seeds. Anything that we're operating in is seeds, roots, stems, cuttings, or whatever. We are going to save it. So let's dig in there for them seeds. So we can plant these. Just like we did our lemons, we planted our lemons trees. All of our lemon trees we planted from seeds. So go check out our video where we planted all of our well, we had already planted it like way while back. Y'all can see the progressions of our lemon trees. We got small, medium, and large lemon trees. So if you guys want to barter with that, go to my website and fill out the bartering form if you have things to barter, because I do not sell them on the website. I only barter with them. I sell it in person. Alright, so see, that came out there. Alright, let's finish. It needs to get a little bit more water in there so it can be smooth. Yeah, that needs to be a little bit smoother. So this is how it came out in the food processor. But I wanted a little bit more smooth, so I'm going to use my herbal grinder. I could have used the blender, but I didn't feel like taking all that big stuff out. So I'm gonna just use it a little bit at a time. My herbal grinder is clean, so I'm gonna just use it a little bit at a time. I'm gonna just use a little bit at a time to smoothen it out. Just to smoothen it out. You try this one. Press it. There. Alright. Let's taste that. Yeah. So let's hold on. Alright, let's dump it out in here. And then we can add a little bit more water to it if we really wanted to. Yeah, that's smooth. So now, let's add the extra. Let's add the rest of it. Yeah, because this is real thick. So I'm going to add a little bit of water to it. To that part anyway, so I can get out of here. See? We'll add a little bit of water to it. Seasoning is good. We don't need no more seasoning. Y'all invest in y'all in herbal grinder, like wow. You won't have to have a big old blender unless you want to like something big. The consistency that we're looking for right here. So yeah, see, that's the type of consistency that we're looking for. Yeah, that's it. So this is our cheese that we're gonna put on there. Then we're going to have some tomato paste on there. Now if you want, you could put this cheese sauce in the middle and all of that, but we're just gonna be putting it on the top. Y'all see that? Plant-based cheese again. This is slight plant-based cheese. We didn't add all of what we added in there when we made our nachos and stuff, but it's still the same concept, pretty much. We just didn't add no nutritional yeast. So now we're gonna put some cheese on top of it. Put some cheese on top of it. Then after this cheese that's on there, we're going to put the tomato sauce on top of it. So that's the cheese sauce. Now let's put the tomato sauce on there. So we blended up some tomato sauce, and we're just going to drizzle that on there. Drizzle it on there. Drizzle it on there. I was trying to do zigzag, but it ain't coming out how I want it. Okay, yeah, that's zigzag right there. Alright, y'all. See? You don't have to look perfect. Y'all be like, oh. Y'all got a lot to say. Y'all got a lot to say, but it tastes good. Alright, y'all. These are our enchiladas. Now we're about to put it in the oven. So we're gonna put it in the oven for about 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Yeah. We're gonna put it in the oven for 20 minutes.
Put them in here.
No, we're not putting it in there.
Okay.
We're putting it in the actual oven. Alright, y'all. So, dang, it's hot. And I'm grabbing it with my name in. Alright, y'all. So, I know it don't really look presentable. It look kind of burnt a little bit. Kind of did. Burn a little bit, but the inside ain't burnt. And the crust is not burnt. It's just the topping and burnt. So let's take a look. Let's do a taste test. I know mine don't look presentable, but that's how I look on the bottom. The bottom's not burnt. Even the side's not burnt. It's just the top, like the tomato sauce, kind of burnt a little bit. Then the cheese sauce. But no worries, yours is gonna look better than this. I believe in you. So we're gonna just plate it up. See, it's just this one part that burned off. It's not really burnt on that side. So, to be honest, I could really just put this sauce on top of it, like that. Let me see if I can take it out. I can really just plate it up like this. Because at first, it wasn't really like, at the 20-minute mark, 20 to 30-minute mark, it really wasn't like crusting up like that, like the crust, what do you call this, like the dough, it wasn't really done. So I had put it in there for an additional 20 minutes, and then that's when the top started getting a little brown and crispy. Let's put some brown rice and tomato sauce right here. Let's give it a taste test. See, it's the sauce, the breading is done. It's not burnt. It was just that little top part. So let's give it a taste. Wow. Wow. It really do taste like it. I kid you not. I swear. And I think it's the beans. Yeah, it's the beans and that tomato. It's really giving enchiladas, y'all. It's really giving enchiladas. You have to try it. You want to taste it?
I want to taste that rice.
Girl, you need to taste. You want to taste the rice. You need to taste this enchilada. Here, just bite it. Girl, just bite the whole thing. You want to taste the rice. Now, you need to taste this veggie enchilada. Well, this is a 10 out of 10. It's such a fun. And beans. Let's take a look at the inside. Y'all see that? The cabbage, the beans, like, wow, this is really hidden. It's really hidden. This ain't even burnt. It's just that little part right there. But hey, ain't nothing wrong with a little crisp. Ain't nothing wrong with a little crisp. But yeah, this is eating right here. Y'all see that? Veggies, there's veggies in every bite. Y'all see the red bell peppers, green bell peppers, onions. I taste all of that. The walnuts, the beans, I taste all of it. It's coming together really nice. Let's add a little bit of rice on there. Here, here's a little bit of this. You can't just have the rice, Egypt. You need to have the veggies in there. Just take a bite. Don't bite a little. Just put the whole thing in your mouth. This girl here. Y'all, I'm telling y'all have to make this. I'm telling y'all have to make this plant-based vegan enchiladas, y'all. Y'all have to, from scratch. Everything is from scratch. The cheese is from scratch. The tomato sauce is from scratch. The filling is all from scratch. All from scratch. I'm telling you, y'all. Wow. This is 10 out of 10. I'm gonna save the rest for tomorrow. Wow, y'all. I'm gonna save the rest for tomorrow, and I'm gonna pair it with some greens, some collards on the side. Wow. And it's gonna be hitting. I know they have like the refried beans and the rice. I'm trying to like do a replica. I'm trying to do the replica with how the locals be doing. How the locals be doing with how they do their dish, but all plant-based vegan. Wow, y'all, this is amazing, y'all. This is amazing, y'all. Y'all see that? This is good to be true. This is good to be true. Some people say it looks too good to be true. No, this is good to be true. Y'all gotta make it yourself. Period. Alright, y'all, I'm not gonna keep y'all too long because y'all gotta run and go make this right now. So give thanks and gratitude for y'all tuning in. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe, and let me know what you're cooking next in the comments.